Hi guys, so today we are doing a subscriber body typing and color typing as well as essence. So if you are completely new here and you don't know what's going on, then I have a ton of videos on my channel about all kinds of things, body typing, color typing, essence, and everything in between. So you can take a look around, and if you are still confused about any of that, then I also offer typings through my website, and you can take a look at the links below or go to MerriamStyle.com. And the essence is included in the full report. So the full report is the one that includes the essence, and then the other ones are color typing and body typing. So one more thing I have to say before we get into this is that these photos that you're going to see in this video are photos that were submitted through the website specifically for YouTube videos and other Merriam style content. These are not photos from clients. Like if you were to book with me through the website, your photos are always private. So these photos were volunteered, and if you want to be included in one of these videos, you can volunteer your photos too and just go to the website and upload some photos. And so let's say thank you to this lady for volunteering her photos, and let's get into it. Okay, so here right away you can see that she has some softer facial features. I would say that she has, of course, the soft lips, soft cheeks, and her eyes also read as pretty soft, and her cheekbones read as soft, and her nose reads as soft, and her jawline reads as pretty soft as well. Maybe she does have a little bit more angularity to her jawline, a little bit more structure, but overall her facial bone structure and her facial features read as soft. And so in terms of the coloring, overall I'm seeing that she's definitely an olive skin tone. From this photo alone, you can't tell anything about coloring because it looks like it may be artificial lighting. Now, of course, even with artificial lighting, with enough photos, you can tell the color type. And the reason for that is because, not to go on a tangent, but that's sort of like how data works, right? It's like if you have enough data, if you have enough photos in all kinds of different lightings, even though they're artificial, you can still feel out the color type. But daylight, of course, is going to be the absolute best, and that's really what I recommend. I would never recommend things that are not in natural daylight, because that's going to really mess with the color typing. So here I suspect this is natural daylight. Certainly she is olive in tone, and I would also say that she probably is cool and delicate. She's probably cool and delicate. She's definitely close to neutral. And in terms of the photos that we have, like the full-length photos, the only full-length photos that we have of this lady are mirror selfies. And because of that, it's very difficult to tell the vertical line from mirror selfies. It's difficult to tell the lines of the body, but I am seeing a bit of softness now. I would be curious. I would say that I want to type her as a rounded type, a romantic. And that's in part because of the other photos that I have as well. But I would really be very concerned to type her from just these photos alone, because, she could even be mixed taut. She could be flamboyant gamine, even from these photos, because I am seeing maybe some firmness to her physique. So it's really going to matter to understand her bone structure, right? So you can see that there's maybe some firmness to her physique, and then the bone structure really starts to matter, because if underneath that firm bone structure, that firm physique is a softer bone structure, then it doesn't matter that there's a firm physique on top of it. You're still going to be a romantic or a rounded type, right? But if she has some angularity to her bone structure, which it's very hard to tell, from mirror selfies, because, for example, here you could say, oh, well, maybe her shoulders have some structure to them, like they have maybe some width to them or something like that. But look at the angle of that photo, where, of course, her shoulders are going to look, they're closer to the camera, so they're going to look wider than the bottom. And so we really don't know if her shoulders actually have structure, and so that would most likely make her, to me, probably like either mixed soft gamine, or flamboyant gamine. Probably potentially even flamboyant gamine. But because flamboyant gamine mixed taut, sometimes, I had one client who her face was completely like basically she looked like a theatrical romantic in terms of her face, but then when you looked at her body, she had very short lines and very compact lines and angular lines to her body. And so overall she was mixed taut flamboyant gamine, and she was flattered by flamboyant gamine mixed taut lines, even though her face alone was very soft. That can happen. That you can be a mixed type and you can have like a very soft face, but your overall look and everything put together can still be like mixed taut, because mixed taut can have very soft facial features too. It's just that the physique is taut. That's where the taut comes from. Flamboyant gamine has a pretty firm and taut physique. Okay, so but I would say I would feel safe saying that she does have shorter lines. Whether she is a romantic or a gamine, I think she does have shorter lines. Here though, and this is the photo, that I was talking about, to me this is reading as like romantic. Like she's probably a romantic type, because this kind of makeup, like I think this looks really beautiful on her. And if she were mixed taut, this really wouldn't work on her. And so that's why I am sort of leaning toward romantic for her, a rounded type, a romantic bone structure type. And she could be maybe rounded mixed, so theatrical romantic. So I would consider putting her into rounded mixed, theatrical romantic. For her skin undertone, I do think that she is most likely cool toned, like slightly cool toned, like cool and delicate. But because she is a theatrical romantic, those brighter colors are also going to be beautiful on her. So, and she is olive as well. So, she may find that she wants to add some green color corrector to her foundation. So yeah, so you can see, again, she's pretty olive and she looks pretty cool toned here. She looks definitely cool and delicate in this photo. Now, I don't know if this is natural lighting. It doesn't look like natural lighting, but still, she does look like she's cool and delicate. So yeah. So here, in terms of her essence, of course, like she has a lot of ingenue essence. And actually, now that I'm putting this together, like I would say, I think that the longer hair, like this hairstyle is a lot more effortless on her. Which is sort of like a softer hairstyle, maybe more for a theatrical romantic, for a rounded mixed type. So, and the soft curls to the hair and everything like that. So that would sort of indicate to me that she is theatrical romantic, because I think this is a lot more effortless than this hairstyle, where this one is a bit more short. I would say the other one is a bit more effortless. And here though, you can see a lot of her ingenue essence. So, of course she has a ton of ingenue essence. I think everybody, can really see that in her, and I think that works beautifully with a romantic or theatrical romantic, bone structure type. And so, she can do these like softer pastels because of the ingenue essence, or she could do bright colors and she could do cute accents, or she could totally lean into her, theatrical romantic, so-called, like the image idea of theatrical romantic, which is very much like more womanly and everything like that, like here. And I think that would be beautiful on her too, because the thing with essence, you guys, is that essence can often be something that you can dress down very much so. Like you can have an ingenue essence, and then if you dress like this, you don't have the ingenue essence as much anymore, but if you really emphasize the eyes and you kind of wear less makeup, which looks a bit more youthful, things like that, now all of a sudden you look very, very cute, very ingenue, very girly, very soft, but here, a bit more womanly and glamorous, So if you have ingenue essence, you can play it down quite a bit depending on what you like and how you want to look. So I think it's really interesting to see how, here maybe it wouldn't have been obvious. You could even say, oh, well, this is someone who has a romantic essence, but then here it's like you can really see the ingenue coming through. And I think that's pretty interesting. So yeah, overall, I would say, having talked through all of this, and I would definitely want more pictures because of the mirror selfie thing that I talked about, but comparing the hairstyles and everything, I think that since this hair really works so beautifully for her, I would say that she is most likely, and she does seem like she is petite and small, both from her face selfies and from her mirror selfies too. You know, she looks petite and small, although the mirror selfies you can't really tell if she's, because of the angles, etc. Anyway, the point is that I would say she is rounded mixed, which is the closest type is theatrical romantic. She is most likely cool and delicate, but I would put her into brighter colors because she is rounded mixed, theatrical romantic. She's an olive skin tone, and she has an ingenue essence, which she can easily sort of lean into or not, depending on what she feels like doing. Alright, you guys, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me some comments down below, and if you have any questions, leave them down below. And if you want to be included in one of these videos, then you can submit photos through MerriamStyle.com. And if you are still confused about your body type or color type or essence, I also offer typings through my website, and I will leave a link to those down below. And that is it, you guys. Let's say thank you to this lady for volunteering her photos, and I will talk to you next time.